Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today we're going to draw Iron Man. This is the Iron Man Mark 45 that's out from Marvel. Let's get in there at the top here. What I'm going to do is draw the head. So the head's going to be up around here. Body's going to be around this area here. His arms are kind of going to be sort of coming out a bit in like a sort of superhero pose, I guess. Legs coming out this way round, and sort of the other leg on this side is going to be coming down this way. So at the top here, got the midpoint about there, so I'm just going to come over a bit because the body kind of tilts this way. What I'm going to do, just put a little kind of dot there, and what I'm going to do is just do the top of his head, so just going to do like a little curve that goes around. So kind of do a curve around like this. Okay. Now I've got that in, kind of like either side of Iron Man's head, it kind of just goes down a bit. Kind of like that. And then he's kind of got like these sort of vents which look a bit like ears on the mask. So what I'm going to do, just bring those out, just come out ever so slightly, just like a little bit that comes out there. And kind of just comes back in on itself ever so slightly. Same here, just sort of comes in and down like that. Slowly sort of draw that in. Now I've got that, I'm going to do the sort of chin area. So he's got like a chiseled kind of chin area on him. So I'm just going to bring down like the mask like that. Then we're going to kind of taper it in either side of a diagonal line to about there, and then he's got his famous Iron Man sort of chin on the bottom. Let's just join that up with a line there. Cool, okay. Just underneath that, I'm going to put a little circle. So this will be like his neck area, so just sort of like a little arc underneath the chin, just like that, just kind of show his neck area. Right, now I've got that in, let's sort of try and work out where his body's going to be. So got the head in there, it's kind of looking out sort of this way. Then up here, the shoulder kind of is out this way, over to the left. So we're going to signify that by drawing just under the ear. We're just going to draw like a line up like that. Then he's got like his shoulder pad, so just like a little dot out, just bring it up ever so slightly. And we're kind of going to just bring that round in a kind of curve, and then it's going to come down on itself, so it's down like this, and then that's kind of going to join up kind of around sort of here. This is going to be his like chest area here. On this side, the sort of shoulder part comes out first, so just going to bring it out about here, so it'll come along sort of this line here. Pop a little curve where like the shoulder area would be, so just a little curve along like that. Then there's another tiny little line there, and then we're going to pop the shoulder in, so the shoulder armor sort of comes out this way. So again, that's like a curve that comes around to probably about here. So I'm just going to bring that up and out, and sort of curve it around to about there, like that. And then what we can do is kind of work out, his chest plate's going to be about coming around here. So the lower part of the arm is probably going to be about this point. So let's just pop ourselves in a little sort of diagonal line there. And then we can kind of just move up from that point. Just kind of bring your pen up to there. We'll just join up the two like that. Cool, okay. Now I've got that in. Just going to try and work out the outlines of Iron Man's sort of upper body and torso. So like I was thinking here, kind of like the chest comes along this way. So what I'm going to do is really sort of signify that strong sort of pec muscle of his chest. So I'm going to first of all just come out with a curve like this, right, just to sort of signify that pec muscle. This side as well, I'm going to sort of show that sort of taperiness of the pec. Just about here, just draw a line up to that point there. So it kind of like comes out like that, sort of really strong. Then I'm going to just continue the torso, but kind of bring it down this way. So with that, kind of comes in here where the kind of rib cage would be. So bring it in ever so slightly. And then we can kind of just bring down a torso area on a bit of an angle there. And on here we can cut under the sort of area we just created here. Just sort of match this diagonal up. So kind of just bring out a bit of a diagonal there, where his torso would be. This then follows kind of underneath here, so kind of continues to about, say, this point. We're just going to pop a little curve to the underside of his body in here. So that kind of armour is kind of around this point, so it's going to pop in a curve there. Cool. What I can do now is just draw in, because it's like a metallic armour costume, I'm just going to draw in like a curve just up here like that where the leg would be, and then just match it up. This side, let's pop a little point in there. This kind of comes out a little bit further, and from that lower area we can just bring it up, curve up, sort of down, and then just match up where that body would be there. Okay, now I've got those in, let's work out the legs. So this leg's coming down here, so let's just bring that down to about, let's say, this point here. So I'm going to start at this corner here, and then we're just going to bring down a slightly curve there. And then on this side, we're going to bring it down this way, sort of slightly taper it in, sort of bring it out a bit and taper it in where the knee area will go. So I'm just going to come out and down like that. Cool, okay. This side, let's just bring out the knee. The knee's coming out sort of this way, so the leg comes out sort of down this way a bit more and in. So let's just signify that by popping a little dot there, and then we can really just pop in a little line there, curved line. Then we're going to pop one from here down to here, okay? So just pop a little dot there, just join them up like that, okay? Next up, let's sort the knee area out. So I'm going to just draw a couple of little lines there to signify a knee area. And then what we can do is bring out the calf muscle, like the muscle of the leg, and bring it into where the shin is. So I think that's going to come down to about here. So I'm just going to bring it out, that calf muscle armour, down and in. And this side, bring it out and then in like that. On this side, let's pop the knee in. So really that knee is going to go in about here. So I'm just going to pop a little angle just about there. Bring that up to here, just join it up. And then the leg kind of tapers in here. So what I'm going to do there is take the pen, just draw a little line first, and then really just bring that in like that. Draw a little line, and we'll just match it up here. So the lower part of the leg's there, calf's going to be here. So there's quite a big sort of taper, I suppose. Right, beat wise, let's get the feet in. So I'm just going to draw a little band there where the foot is. And then what we're going to do, the foot is just poking out this way, so it's going to come out here where there's a heel, come out here where the sort of the wider part of the foot is, and then bring it in, put a line on the end of it there, diagonal line there, and then just join it up. Okay. This side, we're going to come out quite severely with a heel, so come out from sort of just where we've made that bit there, just come up to about here, pop out an angle there. Curve that around there where the underside of the foot is. A little bit of an arch at the top of the foot area there, and then we're going to just kick it in here where the toe area is going to be around here. So just sort of just angle it in like that. Severe stop and a line there, and then we're just going to pop curve to that heel area there. Okay, cool. Now I've got that part in, let's just get those arms finished off. So the arm on this side is coming back, so it's kind of coming out here. So this one, really from sort of this point and this point, sort of maybe let's say here, and we'll draw it in from, let's say, around about there. Yeah, all we're going to do is just draw a curved line, sort of down and taper it in. So come out with a curve, bring it down like that. And this side, just bring it in, taper it in like that. draw a line in to stop that area there, and that's where the thumb will be. So we're just going to pop a little oval in here, literally his thumb's there. Then we're going to just bring the thumb area down like that, sort of the inner part of it. Comes out a bit like this where the fist is. It's all like sort of a bit of a fist, and we can sort of just draw that fist area in. So come out here, up here, and link it up. And then we can just draw another line there, and then we've got the fingers, so we can just go 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers like that, okay? This side, the arm comes out a bit further, sort of this way, sort of out and down. So let's get the bicep in first. So the bicep's going to come in sort of around this way. So let's just draw in a cool bicep there, sort of just a curved line. Ooh, a little smudge there. And then right here, sort of this point here, we're going to just put a fairly straight line to start with, like that. And then we're just going to arc it around a little bit, just a little bit of a curve. Now I've got that in, so this midpoint here, I'm just going to put a line in there to kind of signify that that's the area where the arm will bend. And then it's really sort of a severe angle, but you just need to bring your pen down a bit and in, like that. That's all you got to do. And then on this side, it comes up here where the elbow is, and down quite quickly. So we don't see a lot of it because it's coming out quite a way. And then this fist here will be a bit bigger than this one. So to signify that, I'm just going to start in the middle now of here, bring my pen down, draw a thumb in like that. Okay, it's got this like top armor area here, which is a bit like this bit. So we're going to signify that by doing a curve there, bringing it along here and out. So again, it's just a little bit bigger than this. Then we're going to put the fingers in. So it kind of comes around like this and in, matches up there. And then we're just going to show some fingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay, that's the general outline. Now I think it's time to start putting some detail in. So let's go into the top. Let's do Iron Man's head, okay? So first of all, what I'll do, he's got sort of a plate on his mask that kind of has a bit of red at the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to signify that by putting a line in here, just a line there. This then goes up, 2 little lines like that. And then just bring the pen out. We're just going to come out a bit further. Then that kind of comes down the side of his head, okay? So that kind of comes down past the ear point. So we're just going to go down like that and up. And this side is more hidden, so I'm just going to kind of just come down this side and in like that. Maybe just a little bit more of a line there. Okay. With the eyes, we've got sort of 2 lines before them. It's almost like the brows. So there's kind of 2 lines that diagonally come out a bit like that. And then I'm going to pop his eyes in. So they come up this way. So 1 arcs up like that. 1 arcs up like that. Sort of like slightly cross looking. Underneath, we're going to put another line in. Sort of quite a delicate way of doing it. Pop in a diagonal line either side of that. And then we can just pop another diagonal line so it looks quite robotic there, okay? Now this portion is sort of blank, but then we've got Iron Man's kind of sort of scowling sort of mouth. So I'm just going to pop like a bit of an upside down frown mouth there. Then from the base here, there's kind of like a cheekbone, so it's just an arc from the bottom up like that, an arc. Up here, same sort of thing, an arc like that. And then underneath that frown bit, there's another like little arc line, so I'm just going to pop another line in there. And then there's just a bit of sort of detail here, so I'm just going to pop a couple of curves in like that on there. In here, couple of lines to just sort of signify a couple of lines in there, a couple of lines in there. Cool, okay. Right, now I've got those in, let's look at the shoulder areas. So first of all, the top area with the shoulder, just going to pop a line underneath the circle that we've made. And then we're just going to join that up to the top here. Then what I'm going to do is is work out just under there. So at this point there's another line, so about here. This line here then comes up alongside that other line. And then he's got a little bit of an intricate work going on. So I'm just going to signify that by a couple of little rectangle boxes on an angle. Then there's a couple of lines that go into that. Then this means now we can work out where the shoulder part is. So this chest area comes up to here and in. Same here, this will come kind of up and in. Then this part of the top here, we're just going to pop a couple of lines in for detail, sort of join up to the top areas like that. Another couple of lines there. Then there's kind of like a bar in between the shoulder pads, so I'm just going to do a little line like that. And on here, just going to bring it up, do a little line like that. Then there's a few little lines in there, so I'm just going to kind of just pop a bit of detail in, kind of just to signify like the robotics and things like that. So maybe just a couple of little lines in here, a few little sort of markings. And you can put however much detail you want. You don't have to put much at all. It's totally up to you. It's your picture. You just try and like enjoy yourself when you're drawing these things. And I'm sure it'll be a great picture. Now just on here, there's a few more little markings. So I'm just going to kind of signify that by just sort of coming around here and sort of drawing some sort of plate areas in. I think it's quite nice to just pop a couple of bits in. It's just starting to top up with the detail there. So it's starting to look more like Iron Man now, right? So he's got a sort of signature hexagon for the power part on his chest. So I'm going to pop in a line there. 2 lines out either side, then bring that in and then just match it up in the middle where the hexagon is there. Okay, now we've got that, I can kind of pop a little marking on here, so it's like the gold bit of his suit kind of comes out here and then just sort of almost like pipes around there. Similar sort of thing here, it kind of sort of comes out down here and down and then comes up to the top here. That's kind of just piped in the middle there, so you can kind of see that either side of that sort of piped in. Then I'm just going to draw a line, like curved line underneath that, like this. And then we've got a lot of sort of ab sort of areas on him here. So I'm just going to draw sort of like little sort of angled bits, like 2 lines, join them up. Same here. The other way, so 2 lines, join it up, 2 lines, join it up, 2 lines, join it up, and then we're going to signify that sort of ab area by just popping in across just a few little lines like this. Okay, then up here there's a few more markings, so I'm just going to pop a few little lines there. Okay, yeah, I think that adds quite a bit of detail to him. Maybe just a couple of little sort of bits of piping around the costume here helps. So just sort of do that around the edges. And let's work back up to the arm area. So around here, what I'm going to do is just, it's got like loads of bits of detail. So kind of just going to go in and kind of pop 2 sort of curved lines in like that and just match it out. So just all bits of detail. Maybe there's a little rectangle that goes on here. Yeah, and then with the fingers, I'm just going to pop in a couple of little lines to show the robotics of his armor. Similar sort of thing over here, but we'll just go to the bicep area first. So there's a little line in there, just join it up. And then similar sort of thing where we've got sort of a few sort of curves in here. So just pop in a couple of curves in like that. Same thing with the fingers. So we're just going to just draw in a couple of lines there. Maybe right here, he maybe just, I think, can't really see it, but maybe just needs a bit more like a plate or something. There's quite a lot of detail really going on. All right, let's get to the legs. So I think from this point in the leg here, just draw a little line out, curve around here, and then we can go right down to I think the kneecap, right down like that. The kneecap area, it's like a line over here, 2 in there, and then just sort of taper it in across like that. And then just pop in a couple of markings, so a couple of little lines make all the difference here with him. And maybe just around here as well, there's like a little one there. Similar sort of thing at the top here. I'm going to go right around this point now, like right around here and up. And then with the markings, go from the oval we've just sort of made, bring it up, sort of just cut in and draw in some intricate, maybe some piping we've got there, maybe some bits that go across, maybe there's some bits that go across here. The knee pad here, this just kind of comes around like that. There's a little bit underneath that kind of matches up for this bottom area, and then we can just pop in a couple of sort of little lines in there, just sort of block it across. So it's starting to look a lot like Iron Man now, right? With the foot, just again, just put a little line here, line across here. I think there's a little light with his boots, a little rectangle there, and maybe it's kind of got a little curve across there where the armour goes. Similar thing here, we've already got that bit in there, so I'm just going to pop in that little line there, and then maybe a little curve. And then same here, maybe there's just a little bit of intricacy where there's a little bit maybe of piping, so just gonna just draw a bit of piping there. Maybe there's like a little curve in that point there. Okay, all right, that's looking pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do now is just go around the outline, just sort of beef him up a bit, make him look like a real imposing comic character. So just gonna get my black pen, kind of go in there, and if your proportions aren't quite right at this point, this is a really great point to sort of elongate him out, or just sort of try and balance like where the legs are, and you can kind of just sort of balance your picture, and I think it really adds a nice piece of impact to our picture. Sort of really helps look kind of comic book style, much more sort of punchy as well. So this comes up here, comes out. So here I can cut in a bit there, sort of make this part of him quite imposing. Sort of beef up his shoulder pads a bit, and I think beef up his the outline of his head, and come out just a bit more. Kind of just makes our go in there with the chin is, just makes him a bit more punchy, I think. Maybe I'll just sort of make his eyes just a bit more sort of imposing. We can go along the front here. Maybe I'm just going to pipe along there a little bit, maybe just on the edge of there as well. And this is where you can kind of see some areas that maybe just need a bit more kind of attention. I think, you know, that's looking pretty good. I'm tempted to kind of just pop in a little bit of comic shading, but maybe I'll wait to the end, see if I still need it. What I might do is just sort of just add a bit of an edge to this part here, so it kind of looks a bit more 3D. So just got to go in there, just pipe it ever so slightly. Maybe I'll just join up sort of these bits a bit, so it looks a bit more like the inside of robotics or something like that. Make a couple of little lines, make it different, kind of just beefs him up just a little bit, just adding a few little sort of flourishes that maybe he doesn't really need, but it's quite fun to do. Right, great, okay, that looks really good. Let's get in there now. Let's start colouring him in. I'm going to get himself like a bit of a sort of goldy yellow colour for Iron Man's mask and sort of goldy armour. So I'm just going to go in there. What I'm going to do is just leave a little chip of light in the middle. That's cool. Just sort of start patching in all those colours. He's got little bits sort of here, so I can just add those little bits within here. So it's quite an intricate picture to draw, this one, so it's quite a lot going on. Maybe there's a bit of yellow underneath here. there's a bit of yellow there. In there could be yellow. This little bit of piping, well, that's all nice, sort of metallic colour. These little chips here. And then we've got some sort of leg areas in here, so I think these bits, they can be filled in. So these little bits around here, and I think actually within there, that can be that colour. Just on some of the edges and things like that, really. Just a nice bit of yellow just around him. These bits are nice yellow pop. And here. Cool, now I've got those yellow bits in, let's get ourselves a grey. And it's got, notice he's got a few sort of grey bits around here, so I'm quite keen to sort of fill in like underneath areas, all the robotic parts underneath there. There's a few extra sort of bits around here. But you can do as much as you like. I think it's really effective. It'll work regardless. You can just make him yellow and red if you want. It's not really a problem. Some of those edges can have their little bits of grey in. Just a little touch here and there. I think it makes a difference. And then what I might do, I think, now he's got those bits sort of blocked in. Let's just pop in a nice red. So it's going to fill him in with the red colour. Start off with the head. See, like he's got his chin area here. Red goes in there. Maybe just make sure there's a little bit of white on the top. Suddenly it starts looking a lot more like Iron Man, which is what we want. I'll swap it out to a chisel tip on them more blocky areas, and we can really just fill this in. Just leave a little hint white on there, maybe on the edge of here. There's a little bit sort of here. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I might just leave a couple of little circles there to see if that will work to show like the light bouncing off. Okay, right, let's take the pen now. Start filling in the rest of him. Going to leave that bit there. Oh no, I think I might colour it actually. I might colour him some other colour actually. I want him predominantly yellow and red. Almost fancy doing him in two colours, but just needs a little bit of pop of grey, and of course he's got blue on the middle of him. So there's some light up areas, like on his chest. Might leave very sort of top sliver there. And on the knee pad as well, just continue that around. Cool. Okay, that's looking a lot more like Iron Man now. Just gonna see if this crimson is just gonna show up. So just get myself a darker red or crimson and just sort of, just gonna kind of fill in some of those more sort of shaded inner areas that we've got. You know, it's gonna make it too much difference really. That red is quite punchy. It might make a difference. Something there. In there, just a little sort of hint of that going on. Yeah, you can see a bit of it. Nice. Okay, and just gonna get a very light blue. Just do the energy by just doing a light blue speckle first of all, and then what I do, just gonna get a more popping zingy blue and just go pop the edges in with a bit of a few little dots again, just to try and show that kind of energy going on. Cool. Okay, just going to go grab yellow again, just a few little areas. I think these bits of light might actually benefit from being yellow. Just a few bits like this light here and here, they might be good with that yellow, and then just maybe just try and make it zing a little bit more around his face. Yeah. Nice. Okay. It's much more like Iron Man now. Okay, so there we go. There we have it. That is the Iron Man Mark 45 that's featuring in Marvel and also Fortnite at the moment. Let's pop that in. So that is Iron Man, and it's the Mark 45 on Art Drawer. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you can, and we'll see you again very soon for more pictures. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye for now.